Yes, my friends, welcome back. How you guys all doing today? Apologies for the little delay in the stream. For some reason, I thought, let me just quickly munch these spicy noodles that I got in the fridge, yeah. Been a long day, not even eating much today, to be fair, but whew, I forgot how spicy they are. I forgot how spicy these noodles are, man. My lord. What a mistake. And obviously I had to add like extra spice on top. I don't know what I was thinking before I jumped on stream. Like, I'm setting myself up to fail right now. My lords. But great to see all you guys here right now. Gianni, great to see you here, bro. Dougs, how you doing, man? Is Caicedo going to play? Bro, that's what we're hoping for. Joannids, how you doing, bro? Everyone, nice to see people here. Oh, piss tweet. Is it piss or pice? I just don't know. I've always just said piss. Like no like disrespects. You know what I mean? Just like how do you pronounce PYS? I'm not too sure. But anyway, yeah, no disrespect to the guy. He does this thing on Twitter. You know, Mr. Chelsea News. That obviously has done bits. You know what I mean? But great to see you guys here right now. Obviously, Moises Caicedo. What a crazy past 24 hours it's been. Like, obviously, you guys probably saw my video, which I released at like, what, 3 a.m. in the morning. Obviously, I'm staying up. I'm tired. Forced myself up to stay awake. That wasn't the news I was staying up for. You know, maybe I got a bit too emotional, but for me, I still stand by it. I think Caicedo is a very important signing for our team, yeah? Very important signing. We can't afford to slip up or mess up or lose this opportunity. There's a reason why Liverpool said, F it. We're going to blow the bank now to try and get this guy secured, yeah? And I fully get the understanding behind why, to be fair with you. Sorry, you guys. Get a little bit more comfortable in this seat. But yeah, how's everyone doing? Obviously, Qna, love and shout out from Nepal. Hey, respect, bro. Yeah. There's this Nepalese restaurant where I live. Me and my girl go there sometimes, get like some momos and stuff like that. I mean, I can't lie, Nepalese foods, like Indo-Asian foods, anything like African, Indo-Asian, you know, Italian, Asian, Indian, I just like my spices, I like my flavors, you know what I mean? So yeah, man, we had a lot of good times munching away on those momos. Andrew Flatter, how you doing, man? Tuning in from Austin, Texas. I wonder what time it is there right now. Respect from Texas, bro. I know you guys do it big over there, and that's just the most like cliched thing anyone can say, right? You must just be sick and tired of hearing that. Apologies, and you probably just left the stream right now, so. Sean Qna, how you doing? Dallas Knights. You know what's always sick? Like, it's always nice seeing like familiar faces. Yes, Farrick, how you doing, bro? I think, yeah, of course, I got back to you on Twitter. Obviously, thanks for that voice message you sent me. And thanks to everyone that gave me a lot of feedback on the channel, by the way. Obviously, took a lot on boards, took a lot of notes. Obviously, I need to hear what you guys are saying. Like, I've said it yesterday. Like, if you're going to, like, dedicate time of your life to watch me, like, at least let me get it right for you guys, you know? That's the least I can do. That's the least I can do. But my friends, of course, let's answer some questions. Big things happening over the past 24 hours. News around Caicedo, of course. Olise. Exit news. Washington as well too. I feel like I need to just quickly get like a little like refresher now on Twitter. Maybe it's the perfect time to just segue into that as I'm waiting for some questions to come through. And before I do that, I got the first one right here. GXD__13. Thank you, bro. Appreciate that. If we use Caicedo money and buy Lavia, Kudus and Olise, would that be a better bargain? Maybe I'm being selfish and greedy, but I'd love to think we could maybe bag all of them. Maybe like, you guys know I want to see Kudus here, him, Caicedo, Lavia, who knows? But more additions are going to be fully dependent on sales now. And we got a lot of sellable assets, you know, Gallagher, Trevor Chalobah. Gallagher, we want like 50 million for him. Anything above 45 is good. Like Chalobah as well too. I'm thinking at least you can bag 35 million for Trev, because he is a really good defender and a good overall player too. And a lot of players, I mean, a lot of teams across Europe have showed a lot of interest in him. You look at Hudson-Odoi, maybe bag like, I don't know, 8 to 10 mil for him. Ziyech is a hard one. Lukaku, we still have that offer from Saudi Arabia of 50 million euros that's just been on standby behind the scenes. And unless Juventus find a way to, you know, get some cash now. I mean, they've recently sold Ravella, the very talented Italian midfield player, to Lazio for like 17 million euros. So our Juventus now trying to raise funds to make sure they secure, secure Lukaku. That could be a possibility. We're hearing that Tottenham are showing interest in Lukaku too, now that Harry Kane now is set to be signing for Bayern Munich. So I still feel like there's tons of possibilities for us to make more money. And also, we'll see how the window goes as it goes on. Like, we still had money for Caicedo. Probably not 110 or 20 million. But now that Adams isn't being bought anymore now, that's a saving of 20 million right there. Who knows what's going to happen next, but I feel like there's possibilities, man. There's definitely possibilities, and I appreciate the super chat, bro. Thanks a lot for that. But let's go to Twitter right now. What's the latest news happening? And hopefully no more Bunda on screen. Like, maybe let me go to following. Maybe my For You page is a bit tainted. I don't know what the algorithm is thinking of me. It's not thinking too highly of me, clearly. I'm just getting ass non-stop. But, okay. Mr. Lavia, and I can't believe I said Lavia yesterday. My God. But anyway, Lavia. Okay. We got some exclusive stuff right here. We're close to finding an agreement for Lavia. And this is what I mean. Like, I was thinking, yeah, is there going to be... Would it surprise me if we went for Caicedo and Lavia together? We're selling Gallagher. We don't sign Adams. And then any additional reinforcements, like Olise has the release clause. And instantly I'm thinking in my head, overpay it and pay it in installments, right? I think that's the common sense thing that we normally do. So I still feel like we got some flexibility in this window to really go out big, because I think after this window ends, we will never ever spend like this, like what we've seen over the past year, right? Since the owners took over to now, it's been like 12 months. January 2, we'll never see spending like this. It's not going to happen. So I feel like there's a reason, there's a strategy behind why we are splashing out this billion into the team. And we've bought a lot of players for $1 billion. I think it's been decent value, right? It's not been too bad. And a lot of these guys we're signing, their value hopefully is going to maintain or rise in the future, right? But let me just put a little bookmark here for later. I mean, I'm expecting to do another all-nighter tonight. Obviously, Caicedo, more news around Lavia too. It doesn't surprise me, man. It doesn't surprise me that Lavia will be the next on the agenda right now. So Liverpool, listen, if we're going to weaken like a title rival European contender, I'm here for that, man. I'm fully here for that. I mean, Liverpool selling Henderson and Fabinho, like their fans are thinking, yeah, we had to do that. We're going to reinvest big, but they weren't expecting us to come in there and swoop in, man. Just absolutely risen up Liverpool right now, like literally rolling them in Rizzler and just like smoking them away now, you know. But let me answer some of your questions though. Lavia, actually, no, I'm not going to do that yet. Let's actually see what the news is saying. Once Bali and Bali get wind of this cluster F last night, they'll secure Caicedo and Lavia. Now, of course, there's some interesting stuff coming out around Paul Winsley and the sporting directors. I felt like I gave like a fair account about what these guys have been doing so far. I mean, I have heard some things behind the scenes, but I thought to myself, like, is it necessary? Like, would I blame these guys fully for trying to secure Caicedo for less? You know what? Maybe it's like a lesson to be learned in the future, but I understand the strategy, right? Obviously, let's keep on going on to see what's happening here. Yes, man like Simon Phillips. Rate him and Dan. Good guys. Yes, it Torden Badad. I mean, I know Bali. I know this guy is like the definition of a boss. I only ever hear mad things about this guy. Really positive things, like the way he moves, carries himself, how he gets business done, his personality. Like this guy, man. Pure peak American capitalist. But here, on scene dropping bombs tonight too. I'm probably going to release something later on, to be fair with you. Obviously, we got the Burnley Man City game, sign at 8 PM. I might stay on the stream for the first half of that game, but then I need to make dinner. So I'm going to leave around 8:30 again, to be fair with you. But Caicedo, what a ton of events. What an absolute ton of events. But we're making the right decision. Listen, the stupid money, incredibly overpriced. We all know that. But we need this profile desperately. Desperately, man. But anyway, let's answer some of your questions again. Were you guys scheming up for me? Okay, let me go through and let me see. Cryptonymous. Okay. Concentrate on Caicedo. Then crack on with Olise and Lavia. Let's get it. Lavia close in agreement. Oh, Liverpool fuming right now. Beautiful stuff, man. Beautiful stuff. It's actually nah. But that midfield, or Lavia, Caicedo, Enzo, Santos, and like maybe Ugo. Come on, man. Is that not enough? Like 5 top midfield players where you're playing like intense football in the Premier League. You can use 5 subs. At least 2 of these guys will get subbed on per game. You can rotate heavily too. My lord, this doesn't make sense what's happening with our club, right? It's actually crazy. Sharon MC, how are you doing, Sharon? Nini, where do you see us finishing this season? Would I be getting too carried away if I said first? Okay, I think realistically, maybe second. I just think that the way we're playing football, Pochettino's impact, I think we're going to be a tactical surprise for next season. Teams haven't been used to playing against this type of team before. I just think that things are aligning right now, and I think this should be a positive season. I'm going off the energy of the team and the squad right now. So, top 2 at least. Obviously, teams like Man City got like minerals in the game. They're trying to sign Paqueta, Gavardio, mad signing to bring in Cover. They've invested well. Like, all the rivals around us, maybe bar Liverpool. Even Liverpool have invested, but they haven't finished investing, right? All our rivals have invested big. Like, this is a big boy window for every team this summer. And is this probably like one of the best windows of all time? Is it like getting to that height? Maybe if Mbappe went to Madrid, then maybe it's going to be clear, right? But anyway, Gianni, Caicedo, Lavia both done tonight. Absolute madness. Flipping hell, man. I just feel like, should I even just be like streaming right now, make another video? There's just too many players. Like even Olise as well too. Like we're finalizing that deal. We're getting very close to that. We're just waiting to sell a few man first. Nah, it's crazy. It's actually crazy what's happening right now. Archie Cameron, how you doing? I've always liked that name Archie too, not gonna lie. Don't know why I said that. Chelsea still in contact with Brighton. I mean, I'd like to think so. I like to think we're on that phone 24/7. Like, there's no second where we're not in contact with Brighton. I think Brighton must be sick and tired of us. Like, it is what it is, though. Okay, Man City going for Doku. Raising our offer. Yes, we know this for Caicedo. Going back to the chat. Thomas, I can't imagine how stressed I was this morning because of what I heard about Liverpool buying Caicedo, but now I'm so relieved because Caicedo chose the best team in the world, Chelsea FC. You know, man. And obviously when you understand that Caicedo, obviously like one of his favourite players, you know, N'Golo Kante, to have that opportunity to fill the mantle left behind him. I think when you decide to allow a player like Kante to leave, where I still think Kante could have had an impact this season, do you think Pochettino wouldn't have been relying upon his experience and his use? So, of course not. Like most teams would. In the end, he just got incredible money from Saudi Arabia, and it's incredible money for a reason, right? Just to be able to bring him there to begin with. But if you allow him to leave, it means that you're signing a top replacement, and it just can't be like an Edson Alvarez or like a Paulina or something like that. It has to be someone who's next to fill that role in line. I think Caicedo's trajectory since he was like a youth, Independiente, the Valle. I mean, this guy's had an incredible reputation. I spoke about this guy on the channel, like, I think 3-4 years ago when Lampard was a manager, and then scouts were heavily watching him. So, you know, clubs of our size, the scouting networks are everywhere. They know about everyone coming through across everywhere, and Caicedo was like seen at the top. So it is what it is. Moving on though, Dallas, hi Nini. If we get Caicedo, would you take an L against Liverpool on Sunday? No L's, no L's. Bare minimum, I'm taking a draw against Liverpool. I think that'd be respectable, considering that, listen, if we brought these guys in a few days before, we might be like packing these guys in, right? Spoken these guys away, but I just think right now, I'll take a draw bare minimum, but we're going to play to win. We still have talent. Liverpool, very good offensively, but very sus defensively too. So it'll be a game. Avi, why should we take a shot at Phil Foden with Paqueta and Doku coming to join them? Again, you know, I've always liked Foden, but I've always felt like he kind of got forced with the overhype a little bit, in the sense where maybe I'm being cynical, but I feel like regions like this constantly come in like La Liga and Portugal and places like that. Of course, an incredible player, but he's still found it hard to really cement himself as that #1 guy. But at the same time, there is no shame in that, because Man City are like one of the, if not the best team in the world. So even if you're getting like squad minutes for Man City, I don't think that's like an insult. I mean, you're still having impacts, you're still scoring. It's not that bad, to be fair. Anyway, Jano07, good evening, Nini. How you doing, man? John H, will we sign Vlahovic? Absolutely not. That's not going to happen anymore. And thank God that's not going to happen. I don't think, even though I like Vlahovic, he's a great player. And it could work if we were like 4-3-3. I just kind of think that let's fully maintain this fluidity, like interchanging type of system. Keep guys that are suited to that. And I think like Breuer, especially with that runs in behind and pacing behind, having him knowing that he's coming back soon, and Kunku's coming back in January as well too, I'm sticking with that, to be fair with you. But anyway, Dan O'Flaherty, yes bro, how you doing, man? Another long time viewer for years. Yeah, we're all getting old together, it seems like. But anyway, Dan, how many years has this transfer window aged you? My God. I guess I'm looking a bit older now, right? Sometimes I watch like my older like videos from back in the day. I'm not gonna lie, I cringe so hard when I see that. Like, I was a lot fatter, and it's mad because like I've only got fat recently, to be fair with you. Like when I was younger, nah. If you guys saw me when I was like, you know, like early 20s, like late teens, I'm looking like a different guy, to be fair with you. So I need to get back to the gym once I get my back and shoulders sorted. But yeah, man, it's just been a crazy window. I don't remember making so many videos at nighttime like this ever, but I guess it's part of the job, right? Like, I guess I have to do that. So yeah, I mean, at least it's been worthwhile every time I've had to stay late. But anyway, bro, appreciate that, man, and thanks for the non-stop support. Jermaine, how you doing? We need to get Caicedo deal done. He wants to come there, wasting too much time, but hopefully you won't have to worry for too much longer, man, because it seems like today is the day that this gets bagged. So we wait, my guy. Adamola, how you doing, man? Nini, Liverpool might end up with neither Caicedo or Lavia, and that's the type of fear I want to instill on Jurgen Klopp before he comes to Stamford Bridge on Sunday. Like, all your plans are ruined. You relied upon the ball to get it done. But this is the thing. Like, we are beating them because we are just being more aggressive. Come on, we're spending stupid money. Let's not pretend we're not doing that to win. But we're showing how serious we are about this season. And that's what I can respect, at least, right? I mean, Romeo Lavia, I heard that we've had so many discussions with him constantly over the year that I always thought there was a possibility, to be fair with you. And knowing right now, Lavia and Caicedo coming in with Enzo and Co. Nah, it's it's crazy. It actually is. I think this season might go down in the memory books, to be fair with you. I mean, I think everyone's going to have a lot of fun. I'm not going to sense too much animosity or bad vibes. All the players that used to cause that friction and stuff, they're not here anymore now. And now we're playing a style of football I think everyone collectively enjoys. I'm feeling optimistic. But Lavia, this is getting reported by Sky News. I mean, this is interesting because Sky News recently haven't been breaking nothing really over the past few years. It seems like they're restructuring things at this point in time. Let me see if I can even get the article on screen so you guys can see this latest news around Lavia at the moment. One sec. Okay. Let me get that on screen. Sorry about this, you guys. OBS can be... It's a bit of a techie type of thing to use, to be fair. But let's quickly get everything on screen right now. But, okay. I'm going to get it prepared. I'm going to answer some questions first as I'm doing it. But let me see. eRock17. What's up, Nini? I'm from California. Lucky you. Been watching you for over 5 years. Appreciate that, man. I wake up every morning and check my YouTube feed for your videos. Thanks for that, man. Yeah, nice to hear. I've never... My sister goes to LA quite a lot, to be fair with you. I've not been to America yet. That's still one that I'm planning to get sorted, to be fair, for sure. But must be different, just like waking up with the sun. You got beaches beside you. You know, probably drinking your green juice in the morning and stuff like that. But anyway, Let me see. Joseph, how you doing? Who will play in right wing at the start of the season? I'm guessing maybe Raheem Sterling at this point in time. And then we'll probably have Madueke coming back at some point. And then Olise. And then, yeah, I think we'll look quite sexy, to be fair. Moving on to Domi DM. Would you take Hazard on a 12-month contract? Oh, I never feel comfortable answering that question, because sometimes I can be like Mr. Sentimentality, I just don't think it's the time for Eden anymore, to be fair with you. I'm not comfortable saying that, but I just think keeping it real. I just don't know if Eden is the one anymore. And the fact that he's not really having the best time at Madrid due to injuries and matters like that, it's kind of like, just got to accept it for what it is now, We had him at his peak years, and I think as fans we should be grateful for that, because I think Eden's peak is it's peaks that, even with all the new signings we've made, even if none of them got close to that, that wouldn't be an insult, because Hazard really was that clear throughout his career for us. So yes, it's a shame how it's ended, but like I said, at least we had this guy in his absolute peak years, and some of the football, the skill, how he played. I'm looking at the future. Could that be like maybe like a Kendry Pyers one day? I mean, what this kid's doing at 16 is fantasy stuff, to be fair with you. It's not, you don't typically see something like that. So that's one you're watching out for. And then who knows, one of the young attackers in their own way, creating something and doing something. That would be nice to see too, to be fair. So, all right. I think I've nearly got this news thing ready, just so I can discuss some of the articles coming up right now. I'm going to answer one more question before I switch things, and perfectly timed. Lonwabo, how you doing, bro? Appreciate the super chat, and your first one too as well. Damn. Thanks for that, bro. Really appreciate that. Hi, Nini. Buzzing about Caicedo. Is FFP a problem? Nah, it's not a problem. I think this is why we've sold, remember. We can't forget that we've gone on an epic selling spree. And it's just how it is, to be fair. I think there's nothing to worry about in those regards, man. So, of course, yesterday, like a little rumor was coming up about something, but I don't know if I'm even comfortable bringing it up again, to be fair with you. But there could be a reason why we're also looking to spend right now to just really complete the squad, because of potential fears around transfer bans due to the financial irregularities that came about from the previous ownership. So some rumors have been coming around suggesting that one of the reasons why we are looking to buy now is to set us up for maybe a season or two where we might not be able to buy anyone due to what was left behind by the previous boards. Hopefully that's not the case. I'm not here to the fearmonger or nothing like that. Not everything that gets discussed is substantiated in the end. But anyway, let's see some of this news now around Lavia, now that I've fixed things up. We are close to an agreement with Southampton over the signing of Romeo Lavia. Yes, Liverpool interested. We've heard that before. We've been told we remain in talks with Southampton on Friday night, with the South Coast club thought to be holding firm on the 50 mil valuation. So only 2 mil off, yeah? The Blues made a 48 million bid earlier this week. Of course, Liverpool's was 45. Yep, Jurgen Klopp has been sweet-talking him, but has he sweet-talked him enough? Maybe not. And yeah, that's all we know right now. An agreement is close. And do you think tonight we might get a double whammy? Lavia, Caicedo, double announcement. I don't think the fan base is going to be prepared for that one, to be fair with you. I don't think they're going to be prepared for that one at all. But going back to the chat right now. Brightly, why will we have both deals done is very risky. We may lose Caicedo because we are waiting for Caicedo deal to be done. Nothing's coming out right now to really confirm too much fears or concerns, to be honest with you. Just gotta wait this one out, my guy. We wait and see, really. Nothing to fret. I mean, why am I saying words like that, bruv? Miguel, if we are here to go for a Caicedo during your live stream, it will be bonkers. It would be. I'd like to think that at least I can watch the Man City Burnley game in peace without news interrupting my my little like break for the day. It's been non-stop, bro. Like literally. And you know what I hate too? Like the only annoying thing is that my body clock, no matter what time I go to bed, I'm always up at 8:30. Always up at 8:30 every time. I need to really work on that one. But it's like I said, it's worth it, man. These moments, how often do these moments really come? These moments don't come around too much. So I appreciate that. Anyway, Alex, yes, nice to see you, bro. You know what? Every time we stream, I feel like I say this all the time, and I'm so terrible that I think I forget equally on top too. But if you could send me a DM now, if possible, just so I know who you are on Twitter, because I feel like if I do streams, I would like to maybe have someone on board that I can maybe like give a heads up to before they start. And obviously, you've always been like a really good mods on here, bro. So yeah, I appreciate that, man. Anyway, Share Infinity, Caicedo, Lavia, EPL is not ready. Like, I'm just really curious to see what the plan's going to be for Lavia. Because I feel like Lavia could be like the Caicedo... Lavia would be the Enzo successor or partner or competition. And then you have Santos for Caicedo. So like Lavia, Caicedo, Enzo. Santos. It's crazy. It is. And he got like an Ugo Chukwu who looks really promising. And the fact that he still remained here... No talks about him getting a loan, but who knows? What if like deadline day we decide Strasbourg is best that you take him on? There's been some talks that their talented homegrown player in Habib Diallo, interest from Serie A, from Juventus, looks really talented, really big player. So I was happy that we actually was able to sign Strasbourg as our network club, because their academy produces some good talents, to be fair. So really good deal with that one. But anyway, Alex, I'll DM you now. I appreciate that one, bro. Thanks a lot. Moving on to Eden. Was there ever actually a value ceiling in Caicedo? Yeah, the value, as we've known since January, and you go on Google too, that was 100 million. And this whole time you tried to get him under 100 million, and it seemed like we were getting close to around a 90-ish million thing until Liverpool came in last minute. So of course you run that risk, of course, when you want to like use delayed tactics to get the best deal. But I like the fact that we're reacting. Like we're reacting to this. We're trying to make something happen. So I think Caicedo is too important to miss out on. But anyway, super chat here from Moscow calling. Appreciate it again. Thank you. I know you sent one yesterday too. Thanks for that. Hi again. Just thank you for your videos. Lavia and Caicedo would be madness. It actually would be. I've been trying to work on this like preview for the game or Liverpool. I've not been able to finish recording or start with that. I'm hoping to have it out like early tomorrow, and hopefully if there's an announcement for like any news too. Like I do have like a Caicedo like reaction analysis video like I did for my Enzo one, that obviously I want to share my insight behind why I think Caicedo is going to be clear when he plays for us, and why everyone at this club alongside Enzo, he's been up the like priority #1 type of player, so yeah, it's going to be absolute madness to see how it progresses. And I think it's going to be fun because we're signing players that will play a fun attacking style of football, and that's what makes it better for me, man, honestly. Now watching this team grow over the next few years, knowing that these guys are tied down to long-term deals, the planning is ridiculous, bro. It's actually mad. But moving on to Spectre 15. As a Liverpool fan, fair play to Chelsea. Maybe this will teach FSG not to fool around. Of course, respect for that, man. I still think it's going to be a very tight, tense game. I know you guys have been really good offensively in pre-season. Nunez is looking like, this is why you forked out big money for him. Salah. Diaz returning back is a big one too. I think it's a Watchalong. I know McAllister's doing well. Playing a bit more defensively because no one's there. But I think there are options on the market, but unfortunately, we might be stealing your best 2-1s off you. But again, I don't want to even get too carried away myself, because yesterday, even when reports are coming out saying that, Caicedo only wants us and Liverpool have no chance. Like, you guys came close, so anything can still happen. But yeah, respect for even coming on stream, bro. It's nice to have different fans coming on, sharing their perspective. Definitely nice to see. Heba Badir, yes Heba, how are you? Nini, what do you think about Lucas Qna? Yes, I know Seb C loves this guy. I mean, I spoke about him a while ago when he was like years back when he was at Saint Etienne. I remember Joe Tweedy first put me onto him. He put me onto him. He put me onto Tchouameni. He put me onto Loic Bade. And there was another guy that you put me onto as well too. And all these guys are doing really good. So Joe Tweedy, like this guy is like a proper football expert, to be fair with you. But I think Qna do have been the right decision going to RB Salzburg, where you get Champions League football, where you get to play a key role at a young age in a league where you can kind of like work on your whole game, you know, your offensive game. I think this guy is going to be a big midfield player in the future, but I just think that we don't need, now that we have Santos, I don't think we need a Qna Duath, really. Like, he would be interesting maybe if there was like no chance in hell we could sign Lavia or Caicedo, then yeah. Look, seeing them as a potential option, it opens up possibilities, but I just think that the club always felt like they could obviously sign Caicedo and Lavia, hence why we're in this position right now. So I think with Santos here, I don't necessarily like to have two top young guys fighting out for one position. I just think that's overkill, and I think Santos really impressed me in pre-season. Like the way he plays, and this guy could be a monster as he gets older. So one to watch out for. If Brighton can sign him, that'll be a big one for them. Of course, him playing in Europa League football with them, that'll be the move to assess. But yeah, Qna Duath, very, very exciting. I normally like when these guys are like playing ball from like what, 16, 17. They're always guys to watch out for. You know, like I like to always like go on Google just to see like who are the young guys who are like debuting at really young ages. I know there were a few guys in Serie A last season. Like there was this like 16-year-old centre back in like Serie B or Serie A. I can't remember. Was it for Torino or something? I can't remember on top of my head right now. But yeah. That's how I like to do my thing. But anyway, another super chat from Joe Abdi. Yes, bro. If we get Lavia and Caicedo, 160 M's, and sell Gallagher and Jalaba for 70, it would be great. But of course, it would be sad to see Trev go, which I think it would be. We signed Disasi. Listen, if some people feel like they'd rather keep Jalaba, I don't think that's like a negative. I think Disasi is a good player in his own right, 100%. And I know that, you know, reports around him have been like simmering behind the scenes for a long time. Obviously, you know, Lawrence Stewart was at Monaco. He knows these guys firsthand, and he signed him from was it from Stade Reims? They signed him from like a few years back, and him and Badia Shil, you know, the connection. And I like the synergy behind these moves, right? It's not like just signing random people from like different places across the world. Like there's a lot of like synergy where it's like, okay, you can definitely see like Gusto and Co and the rest getting along, and then other guys getting along, and like all these little groups getting along. So it's not like they're all going to be like random groups where, remember like Arsenal under like Arsene Wenger, there was lots of reports about dressing room disharmony and like issues behind the scenes and dramas and stuff like that. And it's, you know, you create these things for yourself, right? If you're not going to understand the characters you're bringing in and think about how their characters are going to complement each other. So, you know, scouts, they definitely scout the personalities of players too. They do consider that, because these are some of the details they think about when it comes to building squads. I've seen some of the scout reports too from like the professionals and how they do things. So yeah, it's a lot more detail sometimes than we even like consider. But yeah, what you said, Gallagher, Jalaba, I'd like to think at least maybe like 80, 85 mil, but I think 70 mil is a very realistic number that you're pushing out there. And if you sub that away from, you know, Lavia and Caicedo, that's like what, 90 mil net? 90 mil net for two guys like that. And you're selling two academy guys where it's pure profit. You know, pure, the player costs 100% goes back into the reduction in the accounts. And I'm saying it so wrong. Obviously, I'm not an accountant, my guys. But I understand the reasoning behind it. Anyway, let's move on. I think I got another super chat here. First one. Adnan Fari. Thank you, bro. I really appreciate that, man. Yo, Nini. Huge fan of your vids. Been a subscriber for years. Keep grafting. If you had to choose one, who you picking? Shaki, Olise, or Kudus? Now, these are all guys that I've always had a big soft spot for. Of course, Shaki, you guys know my tweet. I don't know why I even dreamt about this guy playing for us one day. I say keep an eye out for that one. Maybe in future windows. I don't think we desperately have to bring him in right now. I think it'd be best for Shaki to remain at Lyon, cook in Ligue 1, and then open options for himself. But I'd say right now, even though I'm a massive fan of Olise, it would be nice to bring in both. I don't know if that's overkill though. But I would say Kudus, because, I mean, this guy is a serious football player, and obviously watched so much of him. He has those match-winning moments, game changer. He's one of those guys when you're a fan, you wait for him to receive the ball because you always just have a feeling that something's going to happen. He's going to affect something. There's going to be danger. We're going to attack. We're going to make something happen, as I keep repeating myself all the time. And Kudus is that player. He's a goal scorer. He's a match winner. He's an assist maker. He's a very reliable and dependent, very versatile. He'll be one of those guys, but we always have injuries, and we'll probably have injuries with more of these young guys at some point in the season. Touch wood, it's not going to be severe. But having someone like him in your squad where you're always going to have like a top quality replacement in line because this guy is so good in multiple positions. I know you guys saw him in the group stages in the World Cup too. For me, easily the best player. I think, was it Group H in the World Cup, if I can remember. But absolutely electric. Those games against Portugal and everyone else. 34.5 million. I'd like to think we can cook something up for him because, again, contact was made, right? And options was opening up for him. So let's see. But anyway, got another super chat. First time viewer as well too. Francis Tenge. Or Tenge. Appreciate that, bro. Lavia Bomba. Oh, I wonder if there's like more updates in Lavia right now though. I need to actually have a look. Like, why does it have to be big news breaking when it's just like, bro, like the game's starting soon? Like, I need to even cook up my my fillets. Obviously, yesterday, a subscriber he sent like 50 on here, and he was like, make sure like takeaways on you. And actually, I did get takeaway that night for me and the girl actually. So I need to actually post that on Twitter so he knows that I actually did that. But yeah, let me see what the latest is happening now, the news. Let's switch to that now. Blueco have failed to attempt to entice Strasbourg mid-prospect Habib Jara to stay by offering a contract extension. The player is insisting. Okay, that makes sense. Obviously, we can't be that greedy. I understand why we'd like to keep him, of course, because he is like a massive prospect that Strasbourg have developed from their academy. So I get that. So what's Mr. Fabi saying right now? Okay, Caicedo, Freds. I mean, 55 mil they spent on him. Stupid, Man United. Okay, Todibo. I always felt like maybe Newcastle would have like tried to back him. Like there's some players I was a bit surprised Newcastle didn't go for, like him and Kudus and a few others. Like it could have taken them clear. I think it'll be harder for these guys to obviously get maybe Champions League again. But anyway, Romano. Liverpool have been informed at lunchtime by Caicedo about his preference. Yep. Okay, the same old thing then that we know. I mean, Romano must be making how much money now that Elon is monetizing engagement and accounts now. I wonder how he must have half a billion impressions, or maybe more, or maybe more, maybe like over a billion, maybe over a billion impressions like a month, maybe over 2 billion. I mean, 2 million here just for one tweet. Yeah, 750k, 4 million here. Every day he must be getting like, 50 mil or more. So yeah, this guy, he must have been a very happy man. No wonder we're getting more of these tweets now from him. I see your game, Fabrizio. I see what game you're playing right now. But, okay, nothing of note here. I feel like our fan base on social media is the funniest sometimes. Like, I actually crack up when it's not like negative or toxic for no reason. When someone's like, you know what type of drama can I just scheme up right now because my impressions are down, I'm having a bad day, I need a little bit of validation in my life right now, what can I do? But anyway, Liverpool, I'm going to wait for more info to come out, to get more context on the news before I discuss that. So there'll probably be like another late night video like after 12 or something. But all we know is we're close to reaching an agreement for him. And I know Klopp is pulling his hair out right now. Okay, we do have more. Okay, Sasha Taglieri. Okay. Yesterday, Sasha actually said that maybe Lavia had more of a preference towards Liverpool at the time. But again, like, you can't stick it hard in these journalists because things change. Like we're not there. Like Lavia might feel one way, and then someone says something to him now, and it's like, okay, you got me. But let me go onto his main Twitter account right there. Obviously, this guy, you know, he Mr. Belgian football. Stupid, bro. We have an agreement on 50 million with Southampton. The Blues finally reached the values the Saints want. Of course, 2 million on top. Like, that was, come on. Like, if we can spend over 100 mil now on Caicedo, we can spend 2 more mil on Lavia. We want to bypass Liverpool on their priority target as we did on Caicedo. You know how ruthless this is? Like, this is peak. Like, I'm not really like too much into capitalism, but sometimes capitalism bangs, not gonna lie. Sometimes it bangs a lot. 5 year plus 1 year deal. Lavia's like, sorry, I can't be doing 7-8 year contracts. Okay, fair enough. Flipping hell, man. Like, did you guys in the chat, did you have any expectation that our window could end like this? Did you have any idea at all that was gonna end this mad? Knowing that normally the windows end when you get like Caicedo, but now Lavia, and now there's talks that more players could be coming on top. Pochettino, like you got some talent to work with this season, yeah, some serious talent to work with this season. I mean, I don't know if you're a Liverpool fan. How the hell are you feeling? Like all your excitement now for Sunday is going out the window, ruining their season plans, and I'm here for it. I'm loving that ruthless nature to just kill our rivals around us and sign their main guys. I'm gonna have to like that one. I'm gonna have to give it a little retweet too. This is, yeah, mads, absolutely crazy. Let me go back to the chat. What you guys saying? I haven't forgotten you. Some super chats here first. Okay, Bright Lee, hey, appreciate that, bro. Thanks a lot. Elaine Hall, again, first time super chat. Thank you very much. And Moscow calling again. In the morning before Caicedo say, I want to only go to Chelsea and I need pray to God for Lavia. But now we got them both. Wow. Top Bowley on the board. Love you. Like, this board's... I mean, I was kind of excited by the potential of this club when they bought us for, I mean, 4.25 billion. You know, that's not easy money to cough up. That's not easy to tell investors, listen, like, Chelsea Football Club, these guys are the future. We have visions to make them the best club in the world. And this is off to an incredible start, right? The players we're signing, the things we're doing. Come on, like Enzo, Caicedo, Lavia, alongside guys like, you know, your Badias, Jacksons and Kunku. Nah, it's too much. It's too much now. Let me answer some more. NYFY. I can't even imagine creating a false reality in my head based on tweets from journos who are incentivized to clickbait. You know. I feel like it's gonna get a lot worse though. I feel like Elon's kind of opened up Pandora's books. I mean, the fake news stuff is a bit mad as it is already. And again, I need to normally have Twitter on the side all the time. So you just kind of notice stuff a lot more than maybe others would, just due to constant exposure, right? But don't even get me started on that one. Kiss the Lashley 36. Lavia agreement done. It seems like it's done, my guy. It seems like it's done right here. It seems like we've done it. 5 + 1 year deal. For £50 million. I mean, I should probably be breaking this right now, to be fair. But the game's starting soon, and I mean, I've done so many videos a day as it is. I think I might have to wait this one out a little bit. Yeah, I might miss out on like all the hype and the views and stuff, but bro, I feel like I need to give you guys a bit of a break. It's just non-stop bangers after bangers after bangers right now, and yeah, it's getting a bit too unrelenting. Way too. But anyway, going back to some of you guys in the chat right now. I think Chelsea want to be the dream club for French black players, like how Real Madrid and Barca are for Latin players. I think yeah, maybe. But I think also the dream club for great football players. Obviously, we were tapping into the South American market like we've never really done before. Obviously, the European market. We're tapping into some amazing markets right now, and I just think the future, the guys that could come back, like your Angelo Gabriels, hopefully Cooks at Strasbourg, of course, Kendry Pires. this guy could be a potential superstar in the making. I don't want to put too much hype on the kids, right? Obviously 16 years old, but come on, when's the last time a 16-year-old was cooking up this seriously at this age, you know? Doing bits in the Copa Libertadores already. This guy will come in and, yeah, the fantasy is going to be completely different when we play. But anyway, Archie, personal terms agreed for Lavia, yes. 5 years plus 1 year deal. Nini, much love from Colorado. Respect, Wooden. Wendy, yes, Wendy, how you doing? The transfers are great and what? But we absolutely need to slap Liverpool up on Sunday. It'll be the final move to bury them because they'll be going into the season with no proper DM. And that is just the best point that can be made. They're weak right now. Dangerous in attack, but on midfield they're weak. You know, McAllister is playing a bit more defensively than ideally he was hoping to do. Maybe I understand why they accepted the money for Henderson and Fabinho, but they themselves weren't able to wrap things up quickly. They'll be scratching their head now thinking, you know, everyone was criticising us for not securing Caicedo for 100 mil at the time, but Liverpool, why did you not get Lavia like a week or two ago and just pay the 50 million? What stopped you from doing that? So the fact that we were able to beat them in the end and secure these deals for their two main targets, it's going to go down in the memory books. Like, this won't be forgotten. Anyway, Rohit, Thakur, how you doing? We are saying from 50 minutes, but you only see and respond to super chats only. Sorry, man. Yeah, sorry. It's a lot of questions. I'm doing my best here. I could do a bit better. Sorry. Anyway, Moonchild 777. I thought they were talking balls a month ago when they were saying we were going to get both Caicedo and Lavia. Yeah. I mean, the planning, like, these guys are planning for, you know, the short to mid to long term. And obviously, I haven't even dissected Pochettino's press conference yet. I'm going to have another early start tomorrow morning so I can just go through that and hear what he had to say. But I think there were some suggestions that he wants to add even a little bit of experience. So I'd be surprised to see what that entails. You know, would it be like, I don't know, how old is experience? I'm not too sure about that. We'll find out though. Or maybe he's just a little bit frustrated because he feels like, listen, I love all the talent, but I needed to have at least some experience. And I remember covering a video, big reports coming out from the UK, The Athletic, all of them saying that Pochettino ideally wanted some Premier League experience, and we've done the complete opposite to that. But at the same time, it's an exciting project where you can hone these talents here and improve their game and craft. And worst comes to worst, if we didn't win the league this season, you're going to feel like it's coming very soon, right? You're going to feel that. So we'll see how it goes, man. Obviously, some more questions. Why, Mads? Hey, bro. Imagine we got Endrick like we were meant to. Yes, you know, all those talks for Endrick, we came very close to trying securing him. In the end, he picked Real Madrid, and I get that. But the ambition that this board's shown, it's out of this world. I mean, just compared to the old boards, like, I don't think our old board had this in them. Like, not really. Of course, we secured some bangers like your Kante's, Hazards. Of course, the first window with like Drogba's and co. But even at the time, you know, we were trying to sign Adriano's and stuff, and we couldn't really get any of those types of players. So I think what we're able to do right now with this board, the project they're selling, the people and team behind them, but signing some ridiculous players, to be fair with you. It's out of this world. But moving on to Weekly Football Club. Who scores more goals, Højlund or Jackson? I feel like it has to be Nico. I feel like Nico will be the surprise of the season. I feel like I'm expecting a similar impact like how Alexander Isak obviously did bits for Newcastle last season. Definitely want to watch again this season, but I think Nico Jackson, how he plays, the things the players are saying about his game, what he's doing, how he's moving, all that good stuff. Like, they understand the type of talent this guy possesses. So I think Nico Jackson, definitely, I'm thinking at least over 18 goals. I think maybe 22 goals, just about under 25 goals, provided he isn't injured. But I mean, the way he was scoring at Villarreal and the fact that he's translated that to pre-season, the finishing, like the link up, the tech. I mean, credit goes to the directors for being like, listen, like, we're not going to splash out 150 million on Victor Osimhen. I don't think we have to. I think Osimhen would have been crazy in this system for sure. But I think Nico is the type of guy where Napoli would replace him with Osimhen. And then Nico's then going for like 100 million in the future. So this was a smart move. This was a smart move. Anyway, JJ Bridge, big up, bro. How you doing, man? Somali Flame. Keep quiet. I don't think I saw your interaction then. Sleep more. Jackson gets hurt. We're done. No one. I think maybe Sterling for now. Or forget Kudus. Like Kudus played. I think the second half of the season at Ajax was mostly him playing as a false nine and playing up front. This is what I mean by Kudus. Like he's different. Like there's not many like him and Kunku. That type of caliber of guy. But they're like excellent across all attacking positions. Having two in the same squads. How can we not take the opportunity? Okay. Craig Brown, I know you want your questions asked, but Karma, he will get to you. Okay, if I see you, Karma, hopefully I see you, bro. Obviously, yeah, from my end, it's just, I mean, you can see there's a lot of questions coming through, right? I'm trying to keep the flow going quite smoothly. But I mean, again, I'll do more streams. I'll get more better with production. I think I should have like some background music and maybe some more like graphics, just a bit more like pizzazz, I guess. Anyway. Aditsa, how you doing, bro? Thank you for the super chat. Hi, mate. I follow your Blue Lines channel for the past 2 years. You are doing a great job. Love from India. Respect, man. Really appreciate that. I know yesterday someone said, Nini, I can tell you're the type of guy that likes gratings. Obviously, you know, you only like your white girls. You know what I mean? But I mean, my girl is actually half Indian. You know, just like Indian, Portuguese, Dutch. Like, there's a bit of everything, to be fair. So I just found that comment really funny that I gave off that vibe. I get it. Like, obviously, if I'm like recording videos, sometimes I don't talk like how I talk in streams. Like if you got like notes on the screen and you're presenting, it just comes out differently, right? But I found that comment very funny, and I told her that yesterday. But yeah, man, respect, bro, from India. Really appreciate it. And hopefully, and actually, shame on my girlfriend. I've not been to India yet. I've not been. Obviously, got family in New Delhi, so hopefully one day, man. Hopefully one day. But anyway, moving on to Karma. If I see your question, I'll definitely get back to it. I can tell you really want it answered. It better be an amazing question, bro. It better be amazing. But moving on to Kit. Okay, I've answered the question from you before. Gianni, are you worried that the Lavia deal getting announced before Caicedo might mean new problems in Caicedo deal? I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I don't know. I like to think not. Don't put any bad luck on this deal, bro. Hopefully not. I think we're progressing quite well by the sounds of reports. The fact that we can even announce Lavia as well, it must be like signifying, you know, some confidence now on both parts. Like we focused so much on Caicedo that we forgot about Lavia, and that was also cooking and brewing behind the scenes. So yeah, let's hopefully it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay, and hopefully the season's gonna be okay as well. Obviously, the game starts in 4 minutes. I've got it on my second screen. Like, it's actually so important. I used to do all my work from one screen before. I was like, I feel like an absolute fool for putting myself through that stress, to be fair with you. But looking forward to seeing it. Obviously, TNT Sport. I'll tell you guys that they invited me to the TNT Sport, like, opening party, like, last week. So I went with, you know, Matisse, Ma. Of course, you guys know Ma. Matisse, great YouTube channel. We went together, met a few people there. Rio was there, Avelino was there. If you guys know your UK rap and stuff like that, it was a nice event. You know, it's nice to be told, okay, if you want to get a drink there, tell the bartender to put it on the producers tab. I'll tell you guys. You know, I was very familiar with that phrase that night. I was very familiar with that phrase, and to the producer out there, it was appreciated, man. But let's see. Man City starting soon. Okay. Nice. Of course, Jeremy Boga's at Nice now. This is not the game I want on. Come on, TNT. What's happening? Give me 1 second, guys. Let me just have the game on behind the scenes. No, it's on Sky. Okay, let me get it on Sky quickly then. Okay. Going back to, let me go to Twitter again. JJ Bridge, give me 1 second, bro. I want to see what's happening. What does Mr. Felix have to say today? What's he adding? What else are we doing? Is there like another guy coming out from nowhere? We're about to find out. Okay, let me find it. One sec, my guys. Honestly, seeing this everywhere. Wow. I look at this and I'm like, I must have been so waved that night, and I was, because it actually took me a long time to release that review after he won the Champions League. And I know Mr. Raf loves rinsing it out. Ah, funny. But anyway, let's see what Mr. Felix is saying. It seems like we got something interesting. A little bit of context and insight. 3 minutes ago. Okay. Yep. Bowley and Barley have taken over negotiations, strategic games. Liverpool have not removed their bid for Caicedo. Chelsea want the bid removed. As Caicedo has made it clear, he wants to join Chelsea, and then Chelsea won't have to go above Liverpool's bids. Yeah, because it's like, Liverpool, what are you doing right now? I mean, I get that. And it's nice to get little insights like this behind the scenes, because for us, from the outside, all we're thinking is just pay up the money and let's get it over and done with. But it makes sense that if you have the... Okay, crap. I think I've... No, nothing. But it makes sense that if you have the time on your side, you have the blessing of the player and all these little facets and details. Like, why don't Liverpool just take their bid away, knowing that Caicedo doesn't want to sign? And then it's like, how much leverage then do Brighton really get? So I can understand why. We're going to explore every possibility. It's nice to get this insight from Felix. It makes a lot of sense. Hopefully it works in our favour, because it hasn't been the first time that has, to be honest with you. And I know that Bowley and Barley, that double team, man, these guys can be very persuasive when they have to be. Like, there was those reports that came up from Daily Record that there was like nearly a fight that nearly happened in the board level when we tried to sign Enzo. And I feel like, you know, Barley looks like he can box a man, to be fair with you. I think he has a bit of tech with a fist, so... Yeah, it doesn't really surprise me, to be fair, but we're going on. Brighton have asked Liverpool to keep their bid in, okay? Keep begging it. So Chelsea forced to bid again. As retaliation, Chelsea, similar to Liverpool with Caicedo, have put a 50 mil overall package bid in for Lavia to Southampton that has been accepted, because it's like Liverpool are forced now to make a decision. Like, Caicedo doesn't want us. We've been after Lavia for a long time. Do we let him go now? You know, is Caicedo, is the pursuit really worth it? And now we're forcing the agenda on Liverpool's hands. So again, you know, these transfer negotiations, like it would be like a great TV series. I would love to get like a behind the scenes documentary style look one day, because, you know, when journalists report stories, they don't report the details like this really. They know the details, and I know this for sure. I know some friends who are friends with like Matt Law, for example. I'm not going to bait out or say anything. But some of the things they hear, they can't even actually report word for word like that, which is a bit of a shame. But it does get a bit serious behind the scenes. So it's nice that, you know, on Twitter at least, a few people, it seems like Felix has some decent sources. I give him credit for sure. We get a little bit of like context behind what really goes on, right? But anyway, Chelsea will happily take the player. They love Lavia, but equally, they want to try and force Liverpool to remove their bid for Caicedo and instead move for Lavia. Ooh, damn, that's exciting. That's interesting. So it might not even be Lavia and Caicedo, or could it still be? Again, if Liverpool don't go in for Caicedo, but then Liverpool would be like, okay, if we remove our bid for Caicedo, we need assurances that you're not going to snake us, and then you're not going to sign Lavia straight away, because we have decent relationships with Southampton, right? So, it's a very nice plot twist. It's a very, very nice plot twist that's coming out. You know, I mean, a part of me would like to be a snake and just be like, okay, Liverpool, we're gonna take a bit away, yoink, you know what I mean, and then absolutely screw them over. Would that surprise me? Do we have that in us? I don't know. But yeah, it's a nice update from Felix, you know. I'm going to have to give that a little retweet, a little like as well. Okay, lots of moving parts for sure. I mean, it kind of seems like what these two would do to, right? Like, I'm not even surprised by that, to be fair with you. I'm expecting them to negotiate like that. So this is why they're called in, because they're the heavy hitters. They're like the end bosses when it comes to negotiations. So okay, let's go. But let me go back now to the super chats. Apologies for that little detour. JJ Bridge, how you doing, man? Nini, do you think the game on Sunday will be extra feisty and physical because of what's going on now with Liverpool in the market? And I like what you did there with Liverpool. You did get that big fat L, but I think so. I think both teams, of course, very like technical. Both teams very intense with the press. I don't know how effective each team's press is going to be consistently, but it's going to be there. It's going to be a hard-fought game. First game of the season. You want to set the precedent off really right. You want to set everything off at a good pace. So it makes a lot of sense to me, to be fair with you. Hopefully we come out on top though. And now that Liverpool don't really have a Fabinho or much like proper strong solidarity at the back, I think it might be maybe a little bit even in terms of the physicality in the game. So yeah, we'll find out very soon, man. And obviously Dano Flaherty, yes bro. I reckon we are hoarding young players to develop and sell because of the private equity aspect. How do you feel about this approach? I think that's also another really good comment you're making. And there's a reason why these guys are on long-term deals as well too. I just think that even if some of these guys don't live up to the goods or we get a good offer for them, you'll be able to just self-finance yourself by just, constantly, guys coming in and out all the time. And yeah. I think there's a reason behind why getting this multi-network model was a key strategic aspect, because when Bowley first took over, we all saw his interview for Salt. And we didn't all see it, but obviously he had an interview with Salt like last year, and he really discussed about things like our inefficiency in running things, and he spoke about the importance behind the strategy of building the network. And I just think that with your comment, it really just synergizes really well, to be fair with you. So 100% sure. That's why guys like Washington and Cohen, we've tried to sign even more young players. They haven't all come through yet. But I think it's off to a decent start at the moment. I think the more clubs we pick up, the more players of different qualities and levels from different regions we will then get access to, and then take it from there then. But anyway, let me go to answer a few more questions before I have to keep it moving, to be fair with you, because I need to eat. And then I probably need to get ready for this Lavia storyline, because it's actually going off right now. Let me have my WhatsApp open in case I'm getting messages too. Must be a few things going on at the moment. Okay, we're getting some good news. I feel like it could be a calmer situation for both Caicedo and Lavia. But I think Felix's update was definitely like a big interesting one for sure. But okay, let me see. Dan Yeet, Liverpool. Yeah, Liverpool have no pool at the moment. David Tay, Chelsea deal for Lavia is close. Go to Ben Jacobs. I guess we go back to the old TL, as we do. I've been trying to get on Ben Jacobs again on the channel. Obviously, the guy's a busy guy, I guess. It's been taking a minute to get secured up. Hopefully, before the window ends, it'd be nice, right? Okay, huge news. Yeah. Maybe just type in my guy's name here. And City already leading right now. One second, you guys. Okay, Ben. Yep, Mbappe. Lavia. Okay, personal terms agreed. Okay, yep. We want Lavia and Caicedo, yeah. Okay, so stuff that we already kind of know. Like, we understand, ideally, getting both is key. So, okay, cool. Have that one bookmarked for later for the video. Crazy. Yep, Haaland scored. Yep, I've got the game on now. I just got so distracted that I forgot to even open the tab to watch it behind the scenes. But nothing too out of this world. Yeah, I know that Nice are playing. Jeremy Boga on the left-hand side for Nice. Kev from Turam. And Beds, that's a nice left-hand side for Nice. Okay. Very talented left-hand sides. What's Vincent saying? Agreement closed. Understand it's 50 mil. Yep. personal terms agreed. So how do Liverpool react now? That's going to be the interesting thing. Does this necessarily mean that we're set to definitely bag both? We'll find out. Of course, the Secret Scout, one of my favorite accounts on Twitter. Understand, yep, Lavia personal terms agreed last week for him to join this window. So we're getting more context behind this unraveling story right now. It seems like there's a bit of a play happening at this point in time. I guess it's safe to report now that personal terms have been agreed, but now we're finding out that these actually agreed last week. There's nothing really new in that sense. So again, a lot of strategy going on. And I think for a major signing like this, I guess we have to respect that, right? I mean, it only makes sense. Jacob Steinberg coming out tweeting. I mean, Steinberg tweets and doesn't write an article, then it's probably better, to be fair. Chelsea have gone to 55 million for Southampton Romeo Lavia, are closing in on a deal. Lavia is a target for Liverpool, a sense that we may try to sign him in Caicedo. Yeah, okay, cool. It's all breaking right now around Lavia. It's all breaking right now. Maybe I should even start thinking about moving soon, so I can actually maybe make this video, because I got a lot more things I have to do throughout the day. A lot more things I have to do. So it's getting really long, to be fair with you. It's become a very long day. So probably I'm going to be here for the next 10 minutes so I can quickly eat and get back to work again. Answering some questions. Views from the 6. What's your number? I don't know what you mean, bro. Not too sure. Haaland scored already. He sees red on the fields. Yeah, I mean, City know what they're signing. I think Haaland in our system now under Poch would have been absolutely clear. But I think under Tuchel, I think it could have been a bit of a flop for us, to be honest with you. Basics to advance. Hello, everyone. I am the Indian. Thank you for revealing that, my guy. Stu. Caicedo deal is obviously difficult due to Brighton and Liverpool's stance. It could drag on, but the fact that Brighton were like, okay, if it's not wrapped up in 24 hours, no deal. I mean, they're clearly gone against the world in this one. We've got Caicedo that already wants to sign for us, and he wants to explore that main preference right to the end. So I definitely respect that. Okay, if y'all get both, I might cry for real. Hopefully, broski. Finn has 41. It's 9 where you are, cool. Hola Bode, Nini, what are your thoughts on Gallagher leaving? Honestly wishing to say, I think these guys they're not leaving because they're not deemed as not being good enough. Well, maybe to management, I don't know. It's only my opinion I'm giving, because I think Gallagher's good and Pochettino wants to work with him, he's happy. But I think it's more the opportunity of the market, where it's like, if we can cash in on these guys for max value now, we can sign the talents and targets that we want, that we may feel could be a bit better than these guys if they have the same exposure to first team wins. Maybe that's what they're seeing. Maybe that's a possibility. So we'll see in it. We'll see. Gianni, what is Caicedo thinking right now? I think he's just waiting for this deal to go through so he can just finally, sign for us real quick. I think he would have ideally liked to play against Liverpool on Sunday. Who knows if late tonight something crazy comes out. It wouldn't be a surprise based on how the past few days have been. But we'll find out. We'll see soon. Okay, moving on to views from the 6. Yeah, Gallagher is not really your guy. Okay. Anime lovers, what happened to Kendry Paz? Yeah, he's still on loan. He's doing very well for Independiente. He's still playing. I'd say follow him on Twitter. That's the best thing to do to stay up to date with all things Kendry, I guess. Billionaires FC. Gallagher's still a better player than Mateo Kovacic. Cool. I mean, I'm not going to say nothing on that one. But obviously, I rate Qna. I don't think he's a bad player. And obviously, if clubs are going to bid over 40 million, they're not going to do that if they think he's mids. I'm going to go back to Twitter. And I'm probably going to leave you guys in like a couple minutes time so I can just get ready for the rest of the night, to be fair with you. It's just going to be, it's going to be a jam-packed day of news. It's going to be very serious. A lot's going to be going on. And I need to make sure I got the energy to deal with all of it. I mean, I've released how many videos? I mean, I don't think I've released this many videos in 24 hours before, to be fair with you. Would you be happy to take Lavia or Caicedo being our midfield signings? Cool. Signings worked wonders last minute, right? We're still happy. Okay. Okay, okay. We're moving mad. We're moving mad. I mean, this photo alone, like, it's some serious talent that we're looking to cop up. Glory days. These are the glory days for me. Seeing these three, Barak, Essien, Lampard. It's a shame that Essien with the injuries. I think that Essien could, if he was able to just maintain his fitness, I think he would have been better than both Lampard and Barak, to be fair with you. Okay. Of course, a Seb C. Qna tweet. Of course, it has to be 1-9. I'm not surprised by anything, to be fair with you. He's doing some little comparisons here. I mean, they both look like great players. Obviously, I'd say that Qna is more maybe defensive, and I think Lavia's more creative, hence why he would be the Enzo Fernandez understudy, and like Santos would be the Caicedo understudy. So that's how I see it going, to be fair. I think to myself sometimes, how do the players feel about all this news when it drops? Like when they hear it from their agents, when they're seeing it on social media in the news, like do they get worried? Do they accept it? Like what goes through their heads when stuff like that happens? Okay, cool. So I wasn't surprised then that Qna will get the loan move now to Strasbourg, especially if Habib Diallo will probably leave to go to a Champions League club. So that doesn't surprise me there. And now it makes sense why both can come. But again, we got to wait to see if we can secure. So things are very tense. Things are very strategic right now. So we keep on waiting. We keep on waiting. We keep on seeing. Constant refreshing. Okay, 8 mil. Same stuff. Nazar's now coming out. They are not trying. Okay. Chelsea are close to agreeing a 55 mil fee for Southampton's mid Lavia. They are trying for Caicedo as well, but okay. So as we know the situation. It's a strategic game to see if we can get both. If not, then we'll get either one. But I'd imagine Caicedo would be that one guy. But anyway, kudos. What's happening here? Understands there's no total verbal agreement with any club at this stage. Yeah, as I said earlier today. Yeah, Brighton want him, might not happen. Ajax is not yet in concrete negotiations. So this is one to watch out for as the window goes on. He means too talented to remain at Ajax again for another season, to be fair with you. Okay. Nonso. Yeah, I mean, I don't understand why they're keeping him against his will. Just sell the guy. I think his agent's stupid for not putting in a relegation release clause. Like, you sold him to Leeds without any clauses like that. I mean, come on. Like, this guy wants to be at the Euros for Italy. If you're in the Championship, is that going to help your chances of playing for Italy at the Euros next summer? Absolutely not. So I don't blame the kids. If you're like, I like kids that have ambition and they're like, listen, I know what I want and I'm not going to settle for less. And you need to have that in this game. Otherwise, you'll get walks all over. It's just that simple, really. Any more interesting updates? I'm not too sure, but my friends, I'm probably going to wrap things up in the next minute or two now because I'm getting a little bit tired and I need to just quickly eat something and get ready for tonight. So I'm going to answer a few more questions before I keep things moving. And then probably again tomorrow in the evening, there could be another stream coming. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that one still. Okay, Gianni, I see a lot of them follow Fab. Yeah. Hafiz, lucky Tyler Adams deal is off. I think we didn't really need him. It's a safe one in case though, which I understand. Habib Diallo is going to Saudi. Oh yeah, Habib Diallo. No, there's another one. I'm saying it wrong, right? I think there's two. There's two at oh, Burnley. Oh, nah. Lean back way too much for that shot then. But that was a nice little move from Burnley. That's a nice little attack then against City. They're clearly taking the game to them. They're not just sitting deep defending. So we'll see. 40 mil is more than fair. Yeah, I agree, Alex. Cool Hedgehog 91112. What fan are you? And I am Liverpool fan. What? I don't understand what that means, bro. I mean, I'm sure you can probably guess what type of fan I am. I'm sure you can guess that. Views on the 6. Ziyech and the other clowns need to dip, man. What's on the menu, brother? Jollof rice. Nah, bro. Just a bit of couscous, bit of salads, bit of chicken fillets. Just casual meal today. Casual, obviously cost of living crisis. Not everyday caviar. you know. Okay, Dranids. If you had to choose between Olise and Kudus, I'd probably say Kudus, to be fair with you. I think he's the guy I would pick because of lots of reasons that I've said before, to be fair. So, my friends, I'm probably going to wrap the stream up right now. I think hour and 15 minutes is a decent time. And again, thank you to everyone today showing support, watching the content, sending super chats, all that good stuff. It's always nice, you know, you guys, it's always motivating too to have support when you're doing things, especially with this type of job as well. So, you know, it's never not appreciated. And yeah, probably see me again maybe tomorrow evening or maybe on Sunday. No, maybe not tomorrow evening. I think I'll do a stream after the Liverpool game, and hopefully we'll be discussing our win against Liverpool, our very convincing win, and have a good time again on Sunday. So my friends, thank you for everything. Thank you for watching. I'm Qna FC. This is Blue Lions TV.